back. So once you enter Commerci, the town, Commerci, then you would usually enter this portal to start your voyaging. However, you would have to go all the way over here in order to talk to a few NPCs due to the quest line. I believe you talk to Piratino, I believe his name is. He does the transposing, which is a completely new, it's actually a new system introduced, I believe, a year or two ago, and it enables you to convert your level 140 or 150 equips into the level 160 Sweetwater. I believe they're 160 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they're 160. So, say for example you have a Tyrant Glove that's like really good stats, and you want to use the Sweetwater set bonus, which is actually really good. It gives like mostly a lot of weapon attack and all stats, as well as boss damage. And holy crap, I forgot about that, 20% HP and MP. Anyway, you want to use your Sweetwater set so you can convert your Tyrant Gloves into your Sweetwater Gloves, and everything will carry over, including enhancement and potential, except when you carry over enhancement, you would lose 1 star. You would still have the same stats, but you would have to pretty much recover 1 more star back, which isn't really that bad because it just means you can increase the stats even further. Pretty ridiculous. I also had confirmation from a few friends before that you can transfer Tyrant equips over to Commerci Sweetwater equips. Sorry, not Commerci equips, not to get confused between the two. There's Commerci equips and there's Sweetwater equips. It's the Sweetwater equips you want to get and you want to upgrade. Now, it is actually pointless, I feel, to upgrade these equips because the slots will be used up, or at least I think it's additive. I think if you do upgrade these equips, other than the potential, I think these stats will be added onto, or they might overwrite. I honestly thought that it would be overwritten, but I'll probably make another video later on to get more in depth with this type of system of transposing. But I just wanted to briefly mention that because that is an option for those who want like to go above and beyond with stats. That is just another system. Like you can, use your Empress equips or your Rudibus equips. It's just another thing to look forward to. Now, you have your usual hairstylists and job clerk NPCs. Now, I'm gonna go in here, and there are 2 NPCs. One NPC is a shop, and the other puts you on the voyaging. Now, this is important. This is actually how I ended up getting that Sweetwater tattoo. I did enough Commerci runs to save up these Dineros coins, which you get from these voyages, and eventually you can just end up buying these, and they already start on epic tier, and you have for some reason these equips you have a very good chance to get decent stats, and because of the exclusive potential system that GMS has, you have a chance to get as much as like 13% a line of a certain stat. So it's really cool. Same goes for the Sweetwater glasses. I also use a pair of these, which are already decent stat, as you can see. Yeah, I just used the bossing cubes and red cubes and black cubes to get the stats I wanted, and then the enhancing was just, I only got everything to 12. I'll get into enhancing another time. That's like a totally separate subject, and very important, but I will cover that in another video, guys. But you guys came here to see Commerci, so I'm gonna go on ahead and do a voyage. So you click on Fiametta, and you do enter trade. You can do to move to Merchant Union, so you can do voyaging with 2 other people, which I always find fun. But I'll probably do that on another video when I have time with my other guildies to do it, or other friends to do it. Now I'll just do enter trade, and you have... I can't do the trade when I'm in a party. Important to know. So you just go ahead and enter trade, and it brings you to the map window. Now, originally you start with Dulce, which is the first map, and there's something called energy. So you end up, if you're familiar with Facebook games, here you go, this is for you. So you start off with 100 energy. I think, because depending on, like, there's so many things involved with this, guys. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but you have your own sailboat and your own inventory for sailboat, and I've never seen this before. They must have added this. Holy crap. Anyway, so info, you have your own ship. You level up your ship, and you have energy to use. Energy is used for each voyage, and the cost for each voyage is displayed as so, and how much is used, the monsters that you will be fighting, how many voyages you've completed, how much time the voyage would usually be, and if you finish the voyage at a certain amount of time, you gain bonus, I believe bonus dineros. But you end up building your way up to these maps, and enemies change, and eventually you end up coming to Rosa, which is a map with the first actual boss, Grosso Pulpo, which will drop cubic blades, and it's also the first the first boss in the voyaging that will drop Sweetwater equips. This is what you want to look forward to, because it's a good moneymaker. A lot of people are into Sweetwater. It's, I guess, I would say it's a small market because not too many people even have end game equips that they'd want to convert. But for those who are looking, like, it's good. Like, it will sell for a couple bill, I think. Especially the gloves. Now, Herbtown is the next one, and you'll notice that each one costs more energy to go to, and then eventually you'll come to the last one, which is Lith Harbor, costs 40. Sometimes these voyages glitch and you don't lose any energy at all. It's pretty cool, but I don't know how that happens. But I'll get right on to it. So you want to click on the map, and you are given a window like this. So you click on products. This is merchandising now. Geez, this should be another video. But yeah, you want to probably use an item that is suited for the strongest market and profit margin. So this will pretty much translate into you'll make more dineros, and always make sure you have enough dineros to spend for these products, because you know how it is with businesses, you gotta spend money to make money. Oh god, anyone who remembers that from Dungeon Fighter. Anyways, guys, so pretty much I'm selecting 4 for this first voyage. Usually you can do maybe 2 or 3 of these runs. So there's gold required, space available, estimated income. So pretty much you're spending 40, but you're making that back plus a profit of 4. So it's good. Like, you know, like, there's the profit. And sometimes if bosses can also drop stuff like treasure maps or dragon scales, I believe that's what it was called, and those are actually worth more dineros, like 30 to 50, I think. And you can use that as a personal item here to make an even bigger income, so you make even more off that run. So I will go on ahead and start the shipment, and this is the confirmation screen. The voyage time would usually be 31 minutes and 40 seconds. It would probably take me less than 5 minutes because of how strong I am. So unfortunately, yes, you gotta be strong, but at the same time it is doable. if you're at a certain level, usually people who are usually players who are at a certain level to start this, you may as well start the quests and get yourself ready for it, because it's definitely worth a try. And even if you even if you die a few times, it shouldn't really matter. Like you have a death count, I believe, so you just got to be careful. So yes, I'd love to take off. Let's get this ship rolling. Ships don't roll, Dom. Alright, so this will end up starting with mobs. So you kill the mobs. Oh god, sorry for the... I always grab the mesos, and you'll notice that the mesos do not get added to your inventory right away. I'll show you. See, they don't get added till the end of the actual voyage, which is actually pretty cool. Also, a glitch that says sirens are everywhere, but they're actually pirates. Also, weak enemies like this. So you just end up fighting monsters essentially, and sometimes they drop good stuff, sometimes they don't. Crabs. Oh god. Oh god, crabs, ass face. Oh god. Alright, so with Wild Hunters, it's good to use mobbing skills here. Usually I would use my Jaguar to do this for me, like so. Also, as you probably already noticed, if you're doing an attendance event, these mobs count towards your attendance. It really helps. Considering you kill about around like 318 monsters, that's more than enough for a 300 kill count. Now, there are times like this where you're going to be killing like a lot of monsters. Like endless monsters come on. Also, if you have a soul weapon, this will easily charge your soul weapon quite a bit. Sorry if this is a bit boring, guys, but this run won't be too long. Also, you'll notice, like, destination is Lith Harbor. Oh god, okay. First off, time to pause that discussion and fight the boss. Now this boss normally does a knockback. Oh my god. Okay, another rule. Have Wolfie out. Wolfie is useful. Okay, double drop does work here. You want to probably have the best type of multiplier you can possibly get. I just prefer having Wolfie around. But yeah, that dragon, that Leviathan that you just saw, that one just does knockback, and I believe it also seals. I have resistance to those status effects, so it won't affect me as much, but just a heads up to those who do fight it, and don't have as much status resistance. Okay, so there is a second Leviathan that's way stronger, and it actually, I know that one for sure seals you, and I think it even stuns you, which is really super annoying. And there's my attendance for the day. Oh, wait a minute. No, sorry, the other one was the stronger Leviathan. I'm sorry, guys. But, oh, there's the knockback. I don't find the need to use the Mahile skill, especially since KMS is actually revamping it. Ooh, look at Cubic Blade. Normal Cubic Blade. Alright, so now you just... There's only maybe one other monster that you really gotta look out for on this type of voyaging. It hasn't spawned yet, but it will soon. It's it's one of the Grosso Pulpo monsters. There it is, the red one. This one, actually, if you stay on the left side, very important note, if you stay on the left side, it stuns you constantly. And if you stay here, or anywhere in this area, or maybe in the middle, then you should be safe from constant stun. Yeah, me and my friend Steve found that incredibly annoying, our first few playthroughs of this. And here's the completed run. So we get an income of 7. Bonus income for finishing it incredibly quick. And also killing 342 monsters, which is actually the maximum you can kill in that map. I've tried to kill more, it's not possible. Anyways, so you would go here to enter trade, and you would be told how much experience you gained, how many Commerci dineros you gain back, and how much mesos you have waiting for you, which is pretty decent if you do this daily. And you get a sealed cubic blade, so you use this in your use inventory, and it becomes a cubic blade, essentially. Usable for recipes, for making cubes. You also get superior item crystals, which is also an item for the recipe. Yes, I want my earnings. Thank you. And then it'll take you back to this map, and you notice here that the energy was used properly, so I did use 40 as intended. When you do this, when you do these runs, you end up getting more experience for your ship. Now when you get to level 10, you can upgrade. You can upgrade to the final ship and then keep leveling it fully. Now when you level your ship, you gain certain skills. Now I didn't mention this before because I don't find them very useful, but it's interesting to see. Maybe another time I'll probably showcase it. But this is the first one you get when you get your first ship leveled a little bit, I think. And it's just a cannon. It just shoots very weak cannon fodder at enemies. And this one is actually really useful. It increases your attack, wow, by 100, and for a certain amount of time. And it also has a cooldown. And then there's this, the magic arrow shower. Once you have the dreadnought, you can use this, and it just showers a lot of arrows and whatnot onto the enemies that you're fighting. I don't know how useful it is, but all of these stats are dependent on your damage. And, well, not this really, but this just increases your stats regardless. But these two skills, the fire cannon and the magic arrow shower, are dependent on your range and your damage. So it really depends how strong you are, I guess. If you're like completely godly beyond the max, then yeah, it's gonna be good to use to like just get rid of bosses quickly, to get I guess a better reward at the end. Now there are 3 different upgrades for the ship. The first one, I forgot what it was called, but I'm just gonna call it a piece of crap because it's a piece of crap. Like the sail has patches on it from what I remember, and then there's the sailboat, and then the last one is the dreadnought, which looks like a royalty ship. It looks pretty cool. But that's pretty much Commerci. You just keep gaining dineros. Like I'll show you, one sec. See, I gained 7. So you can just keep doing this daily. You can do as many Commerci runs as you have energy for. So I'm able to do maybe this one more time, and then I can probably do this once. Let's see, I'll have 80. Yeah, I'd be able to do that one once, because I can always do this one 2 times, but I'd rather do this one for better ship experience, as well as the chance of getting a Sweetwater equip, which sometimes when you see, it didn't drop, I didn't get it, but sometimes what I've noticed is the Sweetwater equips, you won't notice them drop, but as soon as you finish the Commerci run, you'll see it as a reward, and you'll be like, what? I didn't even see it drop. Like, that's actually how I believe that's, I'm pretty sure that's actually how I got, not the gloves, but the cape. I got the cape on a whim, and I didn't even realize it. I was like, what is this doing in my inventory? I don't even remember getting it. And it happened to my friend Steve too. I think he ended up getting the shoes or something, and we were just like, we didn't even see it drop. And it happened even when we were in the trade union to do party questing. So it was kind of funny. And those items could be worth at least hundreds of millions. So it's definitely worth doing Commerci. It's good for funding, it's free, and you can definitely like suit yourself up, get a monocle, and get a tattoo, and you're all set to go. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, just feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe, recommend the video to others. I will be covering Gollux in possibly the next few videos, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.